So if you guys would like, go ahead and get started on your back. You're going to lie down on your back, but please have one block underneath your head. And you can take one block and just set it off to the side. So you'll have both blocks handy as you lie down on your back. And you can take a long body stretch when you're ready. So nice. Point your toes forward and reach your fingertips away from your toes so you feel the front side of your body get so long here. Take one big breath in all the way in through your nose and a deep breath out to let out a sigh. Let it be audible. You might even take one more like that. It's Friday. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth. Feel that ease as you empty. And then start to bend your knees. You're going to plant your feet on the ground. Keep that one block underneath your head, like a pillow, just on the lowest setting to start. And then allow your knees to knock together. Just heel toe your feet a little wider apart. We'll call this constructive rest. So that slight internal rotation of the thigh bones and your low back presses into the ground. Bring your hands to your belly and close your eyes. And take a deep breath in. Feel your belly rise up into your hands. And then a deep breath out to empty. And I'll ask that you take two more like that, but use the inhale to, again, press your belly into your palms. Feel it rise. And then as you breathe out, start to draw your belly down towards the ground and almost think about your kidneys pressing down into your mat to engage the belly a little more. You're going to do that one more time. Take a full breath in, expand out and up. And then use your exhale to find that engagement in your middle, like you're pressing just a little bit more down towards the earth. And then keep that awareness. Take one block, your other block. So keep the one under your head, take your other block, place it in between your thighs. So you can hug that block in. Now you create that adduction of the inner thigh to turn the legs on. Now heel toe your feet so they're hips width distance apart. Like you were gonna set up for a bridge pose. Take your hands to that block underneath your head. You're just gonna slide it out and then let your head drop. So you're gonna keep squeezing that block. Now interlace your hands behind your head. Your elbows stay wide. Take one breath in. See, without your hands being there, can you press the belly up and out? Feel it expand. Now, as you exhale, squeeze that block at the same time, engage the belly. So everything locks in. You're gonna do that again. Take a big breath in to fill all the way up. Now use the exhale to lift the shoulder blades and look towards that block. And then the inhale drops you back. The exhale, you lift up. Let it be slow and controlled. Two more. Inhale drops you back. And then exhale lifts you up. Last one. Inhale drops you back. Now exhale and lift up. Reach your fingertips towards the front two right corners of your mat. Now stay here. Stay engaged. Reach the right fingertips further. Reach the left. Reach the right. Reach the left, just like a little shimmy. Two more, right, left, right, left. Now reach your arms overhead as you drop back. Keep that block where it is in between your thighs and just let your legs go long in front of you. I want you to point your toes forward again, stretch that long body stretch through the front. Take a full breath in. Maybe open your mouth to let out a little audible sigh. Now keep your legs long start to flex your feet. So think your toes point up, like you're pressing your heels forward. And then again, bring your hands behind your head, elbows stay wide. I want you to squeeze that block in, take a breath in. Keep hugging that block as you rise, lift, and look at your toes. You just have 4 more. Inhale, drops you back. And then exhale, you lift up and look. Last 2. Last one on your own. Once you're at the top, reach your fingertips forward. And just like you did before, reach the right fingertips, left, right, left. 2 more, right, left. Keep the legs so active, right, left, right, left. Now, arms overhead, point the toes, just like you did before. Stretch all of that apart. Take a big breath in. Maybe open the mouth. And then you'll keep that block in between your thighs. Again, flex through the feet. You're going to reach the hands forward right away. Arms down along your sides. Take a huge inhale to stay. Now use the power of your exhale to use the belly to sit all the way up and rise. You're coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Take your hands down along your sides and hug that block in. Lift through the crown of your head. And see if the sides of your neck can get a little bit longer. Stay, full breath in. Big breath out. Now walk your hands just a little further behind you. Keep that block, bend your knees, plant the feet. Reverse tabletop pose. So you can gaze straight up towards the ceiling here if you want. You can take even a little rock of the hips side to side. And then you'll lower your seat back down. Take your right shin in front of the left. Just an easy cross, or Sukhasana we call it, sitting up tall. Take a breath in to reach both hands high. Use the exhale to twist to the right. Left hand comes to your right knee. And then come back through center, reach both hands high. Twist to the left as you breathe out. Now back through center, reach both hands up. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Lean over to the left. And come back up through center. You'll switch right hand to your left wrist and lean to the side. Come back up through center and then place your hands in front of you. Just find tabletop pose, hands and knees. So thinking about moving from your middle out towards your fingertips, towards your toes. So letting that be your powerhouse. When you're ready, lift your chest, finding cow, big breath in. And then exhale, press into your hands and round your upper back for cat pose. Take one more like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the chest, even the chin. And then exhale, press down to round even more. And then slowly come back through center. Start to send your right leg behind you, just hip height. Let it float. And start to bend your knee 90 degrees. Press your heel up a little bit higher. Now it's knee towards your nose, pull it in and round like cats. Do that one more time. Inhale with a bent knee, kick it up and back. Can you find the hamstrings in the right leg? And then your knee draws in towards your chest. Now kick it up and back. Take a big breath in. Keep the knees bent. You're going to send that right knee behind the left. Squeeze the inner thighs. Feet can go wide. And then send your seat back like child's pose, but your knees are crossed here. A little bit of a stretch in the hips, lengthening in the low back. Find it as you inhale, reach your heart further forward. As you exhale, bow the chest down. And then you'll crawl back onto that left knee. Send your right leg straight back. And just tuck your right toes onto the ground. You're going to spin your right heel down, reach the right arm up. So just a modified side plank here. Reach your right fingertips forward. Stay or start to float your right leg. Stay, take a breath in. Or if you want a little more, tap elbow and knee together. So you can engage that side a little more. One more like that. Inhale, pull it apart. And then exhale, elbow and knee tap. Now I want you to keep them glued together. Look to the front right corner. Your right foot will land there. Reach both hands up. Take a big breath in. Reach up a little bit higher. Now as you exhale, left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. It's into that twist. Now reach both hands up as you inhale, face the front. Right hand to your left wrist, lean over to the right. Let that feel really good. And then you rise back up, split the hands, reach them high, and then bring them down to frame your right foot, the top of your mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, look forward, and just step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Your first one, you can take your feet a little bit wider, bend your knees a lot to feel the weight of your head just be heavy here. You can even sway a little side to side. Release your hands down. Take your halfway lift, big breath in. Imagine you have that block in between your thighs. Let the thighs be strong, even as you exhale and fold right back down. Now, as you rise, legs are active. Sweep the arms out and up. Collect the palms overhead. Now use your exhale, bring them to your heart center. Close your eyes right here. Take a full breath in. Notice how your body responds to your exhale. Do that one more time. Full breath in. And a long, slow emptying out. And then from there, you'll rise back up. Gaze can even follow as you stand up taller. Your exhale to fold forward, hinging at the hips. It's your halfway lift, chest comes forward. You'll plant the hands, step back to plank pose, your first one. Huge inhale to stay. Use your exhale to lower all the way down to the ground. Find your cobra, toes point back, lift the chest. And then exhale, you lower. Press through your knees, find regular child's pose. So knees can go as wide as they need to be. Hips can draw back and make it active here. So really spread the fingers apart and walk them forward. And then you'll shift back forward, hands and knees. Making your way to the other side. So you'll send that left leg behind you, shoot it back, let it float. Now press back through the heel first, then bend the knee 90 degrees. Take a breath in. Can you lift it high without finding a back bend? And then knee towards your nose, round like cat. One more like that with a bent knee, send it up and back. And then knee towards your nose, you press down and you round. Now send it up and back with that bent knee. Cross the knee behind the right, feet wide apart. Keep the inner thighs towards one another as you send the seat back, chest forward. Stay here, one round of breath, in and out. You'll shift the weight back forward onto that right knee, send the left leg back. And you tuck the left toes under onto the ground, spin that heel down, open up to the left. Side plank. You're going to keep that right knee down to start, but reach your left fingertips forward. Stay or float the left leg up. Think of your middle. It's your powerhouse. Take a breath in. And then exhale, elbow and knee, they draw together. Nice and slow, no rush. Inhale, pull it apart. Nice. And then exhale, elbow and knee, they tap. Now keep them together. Look to the front left corner. Left foot will land. You'll reach both hands up, finding Anjaneyasana. Take a breath in to lift up higher. And then the exhale, right hand forward, left hand goes back. You twist to the left. Reach back up, face the front. Now it's your left hand to your right wrist. Pull up first, then lean over to the left. Enjoy it. Feel it in the front of your hips, in your intercostal muscles in between your ribs. And then you rise, split the hands, frame the front foot. You'll tuck the back toes, lift the knee, look forward. Right foot comes to meet the left, forward fold at the top of your mat. It's a halfway lift right here, chest parallel to the ground. And then exhale to fold and bow the chest. Stand all the way up. You'll rise again, collect the palms overhead. Pull them to your heart center. You might even choose to close your eyes here. Take that breath in to fill up. The slow exhale, notice your body respond. Whenever you're ready, sweep the arms up, breathe in. And exhale to fold and bow the chest down. It's your halfway lift, get really long here. Plant the hands, step back, finding that plank pose. Stay for the inhale. Again, lower all the way down to the ground. Elbows graze your sides, and it's right into cobra. Lift the chest. One breath in. And then exhale, find the earth. Press back through child's pose, just as you inhale. And then it's your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. See if you can soften the knees a little more. So like bend them at least 5 to 10%. So you can send a little more weight towards the back of your mat. Feel your low back lengthen. Stay for the breath in. And the exhale right here. We're just adding on a higher pathway. So a similar flow, just a little bit more. Your right leg will lift up and back. So three-legged dog. Bend the knee 90 degrees here. See if you can press the heel a little higher. And then shift forward, knee towards your nose just one time. Send it up and back. Big breath in. Now it's right foot to your right thumb. Drop the left knee down. Right away, sweep the arms high. Big inhale, you'll rise up. And then you'll twist to the right, left hand forward, right hand goes back. Reach back up to the front. Right hand to left wrist. Right away, lean over to the right. And you'll come back through center. Split the hands, take a breath in. Now a little bit different. You're going to send the hips back and that right leg goes long, pick the right toes up. It's your half split or half Hanumanasana. See if you can squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. And see like if someone was pressing on your palms, can you lift them up? The chest broadens. Take one more inhale. Soften the face. And then you'll sweep back forward into that lunge. Bend your right knee, reach the arms high. Take your hands inside the right foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. Spin the heel down, open up. Warrior two. So the arms go long. You bend through the right knee. Maybe even just let it stack on top of the ankle as you soften the shoulders away from your ears. Reverse your warrior. Right hand will rise. Find extended side angle. So forearm to your thigh to start. Your left arm can reach alongside your ear. So here you get the opportunity to find that side body length, of course, in the right, or excuse me, in the left side, right? But if you want a little bit more in the right, maybe you reach your right hand forward. Don't forget about that powerhouse, your center. Take one more inhale. Back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, reach the arms up, pick the right toes up. And then let them parallel the left. Wide leg forward fold. Just hinge at the hips, drop the head. If you need to soften the knees, soften the knees. You can even just sway one side to the other. Shake your head, yes and no. And it's a halfway lift. Walk your fingertips under your shoulders and start to see your right foot. You're gonna frame it at the top of your mat, low runner's lunge. Now your left hand will stay. Reach the right arm up. Find that open arm twist, but just a little bit different. Think about your back heel and the crown of your head being that long line to twist on. Now you can stay, or if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can heel toe that right foot out a little wider. Start to spin to the pinky toe side edge of your back foot. And then heel toe your right foot about halfway down. That knee is bent. Start to send your left hip to just hover. Reach your right hand towards the back of your mat. So this is where you really get that beautiful long line through the left side. Enjoy it. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. Now you'll pick the hips back up. Plant the right hand, step back, downward facing dog. Use your next inhale to just pull forward to plank pose. Use your exhale to lower all the way down to the ground. Once you're there, toes point back, take your hands out a little wider, and then you'll tent them. Use the inhale to lift the chest, wide cobra. Now as you exhale, dip the left shoulder forward, look to your right elbow. Take a breath in, lift the chest back up. Look to the left elbow as you dip the right shoulder forward. Nice, and you'll come back up to center. Lower, find the forehead on the ground, on your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press back, find child's pose. And then it's downward facing dog, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Take a reset right here, big breath in. Huge exhale to get totally empty. And then you'll lift your left leg up and back, right to the other side. Last one. Start to bend the knee 90 degrees. Press the heel up as you inhale. And then shift forward, knee towards your nose, round your upper back on the exhale. Now send it up and back, three-legged dog. Left foot comes to your left thumb, step it through. Right knee drops. Sweep the arms high, big breath in, you rise. And then you know it, right hand forward, left hand goes back, twist to the left. Back through center, reach both hands up. And it's your left hand to your right wrist, lean over that assisted side body stretch. And then come back up. Take a big breath in first. Now sweep the arms down along your sides, palms face forward to start. Now you shift the hips back and pick the left toes up. Now you find your middle for balance. And then can you squeeze the shoulder blades together to lift the hands up a little higher? Stay with that strength in the back of the arms, full breath in. Full breath out. And you're already out of it, come right back forward. Sweep up, bend through the left knee, reach up. And then hands come down, framing your front foot. Then actually bring your left hand inside the left foot. You're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the knee, spin that heel down. It's warrior two on this side. So your left knee is bent. Power through that back leg so you can reverse your warrior. Your left hand will rise, find that long line through the left. Keep it even as you find extended side angle. Forearm to your side, right arm reaches over your ear. Now it's that opportunity to stay or press through the feet, engage the belly, maybe float the left hand forward. Take one more breath in. Back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, reach the arms up, parallel the feet. You get to hinge at the hips here just to fold forward, that wide leg forward fold. Hands can drop to the ground. Of course, again, you can bend your knees. Shake out the head, yes and no. Maybe even open and close your mouth a few times, releasing any tension in the jaw. Let it soften. Now come back to that halfway lift again. Walk your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Think chest parallel to the ground. See your left foot, frame it, low runner's lunge at the top of your mat. Now this time it's your right hand that will stay. Reach your left hand up, finding that twist. Now you might stay here or start to wiggle walk that left foot a little wider. Maybe bring it back about halfway back for support as you spin onto the pinky toe side edge of that right foot, almost like you were in a side plank, but then start to drop your right hip down, soften the right elbow, reach the left hand back. So really lean into that length through the right side. Stay with it, full breath in. Big breath out. Now as you pick the hips up away from the ground, reach the left hand forward. Find downward facing dog. Any movements that you need here. If you want to move through that vinyasa, through that plank, cobra, child's pose, back to down dog, go for it. But we all meet in just a simple child's pose, balasana, knees wide, toes together, feet back, heart forward, and your forehead ground. Taking a moment of pause here, maybe even start to rock the head side to side. Feel supported by the ground. And right here, I'd like you to take that big breath in to fill all the way up. Use your exhale to feel your body respond. One more like that. Huge inhale wherever you are. And let that exhale bring in a little more ease as you empty. And you'll shift back onto your hands and your knees. Tabletop pose. Knees under your hips. Hands either under your shoulders or maybe a little wider apart. Again, start to drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail, even the chin for cow. And use the exhale to press down and round for cat. Then come back to neutral, back to tabletop pose. Start to send the right ribs over to the right and bring your left ear to your left shoulder. So creating like the opposite of a C, the letter C. And then come back through center. Now you create that letter C. Your left rib go to the left. Right ear towards your right shoulder. And then come back through center. And then close your eyes. Take about 3 to 5 rounds of your own breath. Taking whatever it is you need here. So if it's that cat-cow, awesome. If it's that lateral movement, side to side, go for it. Or maybe you start to move in a circle in one direction, like clockwise, and then counterclockwise, hitting all 4 of those shapes on the way in both directions. So maybe you come forward through cat, round, pull back, creating that circle on both sides if you wish. Let it be about what it feels like and lessen the need to be attached to what it looks like. Here just for 2. Last one. And start to open your eyes once you feel complete with that. Take your block that's close by, doesn't matter which one, whichever one is within reach. You're going to take it on the medium height, like so. You're going to place it in between your shins or your feet so you can sit back on it, just a supported Vajrasana. Start to bring your hands together right in front of your face, and then interlace your fingers. I want you to press the palms together so strong here, so you create a little bit of tension. And then start to trace a little infinity symbol. So this will, after all of that work on the wrists, bring in just a little bit of a counter. So then you can, if it feels good, you can lessen the tension and then just move with ease in both directions. Keep softening through the face, softening through the shoulders. And then just one time, I want you to find that tension again, press through the hands, rise up onto your knees, and reach that structure with the hands over the head. Take one breath in to feel the front of the body get a little bit longer. Now, start to squeeze that block with either the ankles, the feet, wherever it is, so you can keep the legs intact, really strong. Now use the exhale to keep that long line, tip it back, and reach your hands forward. 2 more like that. Inhale, rise. Then exhale, squeeze that block, lean back, and you reach the hands forward. 1 more like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, you tip back. Now reach the hands up, huge breath in. You'll start to just sit back enough to grab that block, place it out to the side, and find a seat, swing your legs out in front of you. You're going to give them a little bit of a shake here. Now keep that block handy. You'll use it once you're on your back, so have it close by. Your legs go long for a moment. Reach your hands up. Take a huge breath in. Now think hinging at the hips just to fold forward here. Nice and soft in the shoulders and the neck. Reach your heart further than your toes as you inhale. Stay here or use the exhale to fold in and round. And you'll slowly come back up. Start to plant the feet, just hips with distance, bending through the knees. Hands come to your knees or your shins and lift your heart higher than there. And then keep your heels glued to the ground. Reach your hands forward. And then slowly think about your spine, like bring awareness to every vertebra as you slowly start to meet your mat underneath you. And then like you did before, legs go long, toes point forward, reach the arms overhead, that long body stretch, a breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth. If you want it to be audible, it's a sigh. And then reach your hands up to the sky, arms down along your sides. I want you to bend your knees again and plant them, hips with distance, your feet ground out. And start to take your block nearby. I want you to just keep it nearby. We're taking 2 rounds of bridge. So for this first one, it's active. Take that block in between your thighs. Squeeze it in. Arms down along your sides. Press down through your feet. Lift your feet. And it's not about how high your hips could go, like how deep the back bend can be, but how functional we can make this shape. So hug the inner thighs in, find that adduction, and then feel that engage the glutes a little more. Feel the back of the legs turn on. Take 1 more inhale. And then slowly return to the ground. Remove that block just for a moment, place it off to the side. Take constructive rest to find neutral so your feet go wide, knees draw together. You find that internal rotation of the thighs. Hands to your belly. Close your eyes if you'd like. Full breath in. Big exhale. And you can, of course, stay here if this is like exactly what your body is asking for. You listen and you respond accordingly. If you'd like one more bridge pose, it will be supported. You can start to heel toe your feet back in line with your hips, toes pointing forward. You'll press down through your feet and lift your seat enough to slide that block on the lowest setting, right underneath your sacrum, right under your low back. And it will find that space where it feels nice and supported. And then take your arms like goalposts here. So just bending at the elbows, palms facing up, the back of your hands rest on the earth. Take a moment and just a supported sort of inversion where your hips are a little bit higher than your heart. Feel the chest broaden as you inhale. Again, find that ease as you exhale. Take one more like that, big breath in. And you empty. And if you'd like a little bit more of a supported inversion, you can keep your hips on that block and just start to lift your legs straight up towards the sky. You can even wiggle your toes. Roll out your ankles in both directions. And if you need to soften the knees, if it feels like too much in the hamstrings, go for it. Let this be a moment of restoration where the weight of your legs just lands right above your hips. So to bend your knees, pause, let the heels just hover by the seat. And then slowly let your feet return back to your mat. Just enough to press down into them and lift your feet up. Slide that block out. Pause just for a moment. Let your back reset. You can hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep a hold of your knees or your shins and just split the knees a little wider apart. Stay here or grab for the soles of your feet, finding happy baby pose. Maybe rocking side to side. And you'll bring your knees back in through center. Let the legs go long. Let the arms come down along your sides. Let the palms flip up to feel the collarbones broaden. And close your eyes. And give yourself this gift of stillness here. See if you can lessen the need to react. And as you soften that, can you just switch to that place of observation? Finding your Shavasana. growth is not linear. There is no direct line from A to B. The path is full of twists and turns. It makes you think you're heading backwards, when really you're moving forward. It takes time, dedication, and patience. It doesn't always make sense, but neither does magic. So knowing that growth, that magic is within you wherever you go. See if you can allow your next breath to just fill you up with that sense of ease, knowing you are exactly where you need to be, right here, right now, in your journey. And starting to deepen your breath to wiggle your fingers, find movement in your toes. And even rock your head side to side. And you can even find one last long body stretch. You can reach your arms over your head and point your toes forward. The legs go long. Start to bend your knees. Roll to your right side and pause. Keeping your eyes heavy. You'll just press yourself up and find a seat. And once you're sitting up tall there, just bring your hands together in front of your heart. Slightly bow your chin towards that space. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. Bring your hands, your thumbs, to the center of your forehead. Remembering to be kind to yourself so you can share that kindness with others, wherever you are on your journey. Namaste. Thank you, guys.